I honestly didn't think the Raiders had it in them, but the Raiders defeated the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving in overtime. Really exciting game all around. And yeah, much needed win for the Raiders coming off a 3-game losing streak, defeating Dallas in the Thanksgiving game. The annual Cowboys, they host it every year, and it's cool that the Raiders got to play them in this big stage. And it was a really good game. I mean, Derek Carr is undefeated this year when he throws for over 300 yards. He kept that this game through 373 yards passing and 1 touchdown. Only 1 touchdown, which is surprising for a 36-33 final score. That 1 touchdown was to Deshaun Jackson, who had his first touchdown in a Raiders uniform. It was actually a really good play. He cut on the outside and went up the sideline with it for his first touchdown, and that was a 56-yarder. Really good, though. I mean, a lot of good offense for the Raiders. They scored in every single quarter, including overtime. Their best quarter was the first quarter, and they had 14 points in that one. Josh Jacobs got a touchdown as well. He looked pretty good in this game, I have to admit. He did play pretty good. He had 22 attempts and 87 yards, which was pretty good. But yeah, there was a lot of penalties in this game, which kind of got controversial. I mean, a lot of pass interference, a lot of holding, a lot of offsides. But the Raiders made the most of it. Usually the Raiders are the more penalized team, but the Cowboys had a lot of penalties. Yeah, I think, the Raiders benefited from that for sure. They had 2 third-down conversions in the previous 2 games and were 3 of 13 in this one. So they had needed a lot of help with that, and that's kind of the reason why they got a lot of field goals. But I think, they overall, I'll take the win. Marcus Mariota got a touchdown. He played in for 2 plays, and one of those plays was a touchdown run, which was good to see. Josh Jacobs had 1 touchdown. Yeah, those were the only touchdowns they had. But a lot of field goals. Daniel Carlson was definitely pretty busy in this game. Zerline missed a very long field goal in this. He also missed an extra point, which definitely benefited the Raiders. Game could have gone a very different way had the Cowboys converted on that. They also missed a 2-point conversion. So the Raiders defense actually played good, and that's what kept them in it. I mean, the offense was kind of sloppy. I think we're playing an injury-prone team. They don't have Amari Cooper or CeeDee Lamb, who are like 2 of their best receivers. So I think we kind of got lucky with that, but I think I'm going to take the win. This is a Cowboy team that's struggling right now, despite the very strong start to the season. But I think the Raiders did good overall. The Cowboys also took a kick all the way back. I mean, that really changed the momentum of the game, for sure. So that was, definitely interesting. They took a kick to the house. And but I think the Raiders, They felt that they needed to win this. It got some sense into them. And in overtime, they didn't start with the ball in overtime. They got really crucial stops and then finally drove down the field, benefited from a bunch of Cowboy penalties, and then finally got the chip shot field goal. Yeah, I commend Carr for this. Obviously, I was hard on Carr last week because, he was pretty obvious. He played terribly last week. He didn't throw an interception this week, nor fumble. I mean, that was pretty good to see from him. He also ran the ball twice for 21 yards, so that's pretty good. Yeah. Only thing I will say, Darren Waller did get hurt, which is kind of concerning. He's our best player, obviously. You don't want to see that happen. I think he's probably okay. I heard it was a bruised bone. I don't know how long that'll be or whatever, or how serious it is. But yeah, I mean, this was a very physical game. Carr even got shaken up a couple times. The Raiders defense did good overall, though. They had, good defense overall. I mean, they only had 1 sack in this game, which was Yannick Ngakoue, who's obviously been really good. But yeah, Daniel Carlson, 5 for 5 on field goals, long 56. That was great. And I just liked what I saw from them overall. I mean, I think we had the lead for most of this game. We gave the Cowboys too many chances in the 4th quarter. They had 14 points. It tied it up. They got the 2-point conversion at the end of the game. There was like 40 seconds left. We kneeled it, took it to overtime, and I think the Raiders had a plan going into overtime. Obviously, we had the overtime. This game kind of reminded me a little bit of the Baltimore Ravens game in Week 1 because obviously overtime, and we faced adversity in that one too. But overall, I think it was pretty good. Josh Jacobs did good. I like to see that because obviously he's been, not in the, super present in the run game as much. Obviously splitting carries and whatnot. But I hope that everyone's all right. Brandon Faison was also injured. He's a pretty good cornerback for us. He had a concussion. So we're going to play the Washington football team next. I'm hoping we can win that because I didn't expect the Raiders to win this, and we did. Washington's obviously an iffy team. They beat Tampa Bay, but they've also lost a lot of other games. So we need to win that because then we'll have Kansas City week following that, and that's really important to win this, especially if we're in this playoff hunt, which we are, but, we want to be even higher. So I think the Raiders, they got the job done today. Carr, I got to give him credit. It was 24 for 39 without an interception, over 300 yards passing, 36-33 final in overtime. The Raiders get the victory. I like the play calling generally today. It was better. It wasn't amazing. I didn't see anything that was like, wow, that was a good play call. But I will say it was a good physical game. There was even ejections. That's how physical it was. The Raiders looked like active. They looked awake, unlike last week and the week before that and the week before that. But I think we just got to keep this going. Hopefully we can win some more. Good win for the Raiders. And yeah, it's always fun being the Cowboys. Last time we played this team, we got that very bad fumble by Derek Carr back in 2017. But I've never seen the Raiders play on Thanksgiving in my lifetime. So that's, something very cool to see. Raiders moved to 6-5. So yeah, anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later, and go Raiders.